Okay, well, good morning and welcome to a little bit of a tutorial. You are now a full-time comic book artist or freelance artist, whatever graphic, whatever you're doing this full-time now. This is your job. So here's some tips and some hopefully some helpful advice when you're doing this for the first time. Coffee does help. The first thing you need to do, you need to set your hours. The best way to do this is to think of this as your job. You've got to clock in. So I set up my hours 8 to 5 because that is kind of a typical work day schedule. So yes, I'm getting up in the morning and don't really want to, but you get dressed, put on clothes that don't wear your pajamas all day. Get dressed like you're going to the office because you are. This is your office now. This is what's going to be paying your bills, hopefully. And so to do that, you're going to need to treat this as a job, very serious. Sometimes even put in more hours than you want. And I know that's not fun to hear, but that's what you got to do. You got to pretend this is your job. Well, it's not pretending really. This is your job. Okay. So after you create your schedule, I'm going to go through kind of what I did when I first started doing this. I actually started doing the whole, I'm going to get up when I want, I'm going to wear my pajamas, I'm going to just kind of mill about the house until I'm ready to draw. No, I learned the hard way. Don't do that. Don't do that if you want to do this for a living. Okay. Even when you do all these steps, it's still hard. Set up for the day. Get yourself some coffee. When you clock into the office like you would, sit down at your computer. I take the first 1 hour of each day. I break up my day into hours. And the first hour is advertising. I go through all the free places I can post free ads about what I'm doing. I'm drawing. I'll draw your comic book. My rates, blah, blah, blah. Here's how to contact me. If you have a website, great, put that in. If you don't, social media, works good. I know Facebook and some other platforms, they let you create groups and your own business pages. That's fine too. Just something maybe they can see your work so they know whether or not they want to hire you. Anyway, do that for an hour. Even hit your social medias and post. Just post on art groups, comic groups, anywhere you can. Get your message out. Hit DeviantArt, hit LinkedIn, hit Alignable. Make a list too. Maybe even your first week is searching for all the different places you can post ads for, and yeah, just post every day. If you feel like if there's some places that you can't post every day, sometimes they're more of a weekly post thing. Do that too. Write it all down. Here, put a list, a column. This is my daily things that I'm going to hit these things daily. I'm going to hit these weekly. I'm going to hit these monthly. Posting artwork is a great way to generate interest. So post your artwork on social medias as well with links to your wherever, your webpage or whatever, or contact me with your email. So you're doing that for your first hour. You're just getting the word out there every day, because even if you have work that you're currently working on, it's going to run out at some point, and you need to be generating more business so that once those jobs are done, you've got something already lined up. Okay. All right, once you've done that for your first hour, the next hour is you're actually going to start getting more into your work for the day. And you're going to be checking your emails, not your friends' emails. Like, you're going to be looking for people that have contacted you from those postings that you did. You're going to check those emails. You're going to contact them right back. They're emailing saying, hey, I'm interested. Tell me more about, what you're offering. And sometimes they want rates, and sometimes they just want to know, can you do this work and stuff. You want to contact those people right away. And also make a note to yourself for 2 or 3 days later as a follow-up. You want to follow up with them and find out, do you remember me? I emailed you back about this potential project that you had, and I'm just following up, because sometimes they don't get back to you right away, or they forget or something, and that sometimes a friendly reminder is a potential project that you'll be able to get by doing that. So you're also going to be emailing your own clients and you're text messaging them, or whatever you have set up. I have a lot of clients that like to use Facebook Messenger, so we go back and forth that way. Whatever it is, you want to kind of check in with all your clients and just kind of keep them up to date of where you're at for the day. You know, is there a project even in the work queue for the day? Or let them know, okay, I'm going to be starting on blah, blah, blah. Okay. So all your clients are happy because they're hearing from you. The worst thing that you can do is be quiet and not let your clients know what's going on, because not talking to your clients makes them start to worry, and they start going, I haven't heard from my artist. What's going on? What's going on? When you start getting a client that has doubt in their head, that just starts making a negativity for the whole project, because it can snowball. So you want to always keep on top with your clients. Just let them know. Just let them know something each day. Okay, so after you finish that, whether it takes an hour or not, usually I try and give myself an hour, because like I said, I like to chop up my day into time segments. All right, so then I can take a 15-minute break, just like you would at a job. You know, you work your 2 hours, you get your 15-minute break, and actually take a 15-minute break. Walk away from the computer, go outside, get some fresh air, just kind of decompress a little bit, so you're feeling like this is actually something different than my work day. Because otherwise you're going to be sitting in the chair or your art table all day long, and you're going to burn yourself out. Okay, you took your 15-minute break, got your coffee. Speaking of, yeah, all right, so we took our 15-minute break together. All right, that's not 15, but okay. Now we get to jump right into the work, and this is the work that you already told your clients what you're going to be doing the day. So you got 2 hours to really just dive into it. So thumbnails are a good way to, if you have a new client, a good thing to do is start with your thumbnails, because they are really fast. You know, you just quick sketches and stuff. You can send it to those new clients. You're done for the day with that client. You know, you give it to them, and they have time to, digest it, decide what they like or what they don't like. And if they do like it, great. They pick something out. You've got something for the next day to work on. But the thumbnails are a good way to just get some of the work out of the way. And I know that sounds weird to say, but you have a day of time, and you have to try and make the most of it. So thumbnails first. I always say do the quick sketches, and plus it's warming you up too, because it doesn't have to be beautiful art at that point. You're just doing something quick. See 5-minute daily challenge, the 5-minute drawing challenge that I post each day, something like that. Just a quick scribble. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm seeing messages popping up as I'm doing this. So yeah, start with that, and then pencils, of course. It depends on what you work with. A lot of people work digitally, but I would start with the sketches and then move into the more like pencils or whatever your intermediate stuff is. So anyway, you're working 2 more hours, whatever it is. Sometimes some of you are graphic artists. Great, you're doing your graphic stuff, typesetting, whatever it is, whatever you're working on, 2 hours. Then take your lunch, 1 hour lunch. Again, walk away from the computer if you can. Stretch your legs. Eat something too, because you need to also make this feel like a work environment still. When you start thinking it's not, then like I said, if something happens in your mind, I'm not sure what exactly happens, but all of a sudden you're at home chilling instead of doing your artwork. But make sure you're always focused and doing the work. You got to get the work done. Deadlines, very important. Happy client means a happy wallet for you. Okay. All right, so you get back from lunch. Let's check our emails and messages again. See what clients have responded from earlier, if you haven't already talked to them. This is a good time just to follow up on clients and emails and stuff like that. Also, the work that you've worked on before lunch, like the thumbnails and the sketches or whatever it is, this is a good time to email your clients and send them the work that you've done. That way, you've got that part done. This shouldn't take too long. I usually spend, maybe, depending on what it is that I need to send, if I have to scan it in and clean it up or something like that, 30 minutes to an hour. I know that's kind of varies, but after this, it gets kind of loose, as after lunch, things are a little bit more organic, not so scheduled hard. Because you get back from lunch, you follow up with the clients. Sometimes they have some rush job, or you need to fix this, or you kind of have to just give yourself some organic scheduling there, and to deal with what you got to deal with. Okay, so you got all that done. Now you got the rest of the day to keep working on whatever you need to work on. Finish up on the work that you should be done with. And that's pretty much it for the workday. Now, if you finish all your work early, of course, it's up to you what you want to do. I always like to use that extra time, if I have to clean up my desktop, just organize things, organize all the art. As you can see, it's so organized, right? But I like to try and get everything kind of prepared for the next day, I guess. Another good thing to do every week is to back up all your files on a backup drive. So sometimes that takes a little bit of time. I have a massive amount of artwork. So it takes me about an hour to back it all up. And you could be working on some art while that's happening. But that's just something I'm throwing out there as far as making up your schedule. Okay. Hopefully this has been good. All I can say is it's very important to meet those deadlines. Always have the work done. Thumbnails, pencils, inks, colors, typesetting. Clients just want to see progress. They just want to know something's done. It's kind of like if you have someone coming to your house to do some kind of work, like electrician or a plumber or something like that. They're working on your house. They're going to come over. They're going to do the work. You don't want them just to leave. You don't know what's happening, right? You want to know what's going on. You want a little update. So it's good just to always keep your clients updated. And then lastly, making money. Now, to make this situation work, where you're doing this for a living, you need to find out what you were making before this. Like, how much money were you making a month prior to working for yourself? You want to try and meet the same goal of what you were making before, because you don't want, of course it could happen, but you want to try and be able to pay your bills, basically. There's going to be dry months. I'll go into that another day as you're preparing, because there are parts of the year that you're going to have more work than other parts of the year, and you need to prepare for that. I will go into another video where I'm talking about how I started with this whole situation of doing, I call it situation, how I started this job of doing this, and how I had a rude awakening, but we'll get into that another time. I hope this helped you out a little bit. I know this world of comic books and art, doing art for a living, is very exciting, and it's a lot of fun, and there are just ways that you have to just prepare for, and just so you can make this work. And I hope that you guys do. Hope you enjoy the video. Give the video a like, subscribe. We have more videos to come. Check out my Patreon page. Of course, I'd like to give a shout out to my current patrons. We got Gloomy, Alberto311, Robin Blank, Quinn Doobie. Thank you guys for your support. I'll see you guys at the next one, and keep on drawing. All right, guys. See you later.
And make sure to check out the Patreon.